in your respective capacities. Protocol duly observed. You're most welcome to Ucifa's 2025 Annual General Assembly. We apologize for the delay in kick-starting the second phase of the AGM. Nonetheless, at this moment, I invite our National Executive Chairman to officially usher in our invited dignitaries, make a few remarks, and we'll proceed therefrom. Introduce our National Executive and branch chairpersons, and thereafter we will proceed with this session. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, allow me to welcome you today. And I'm very impressed about the turn-up. I'm sure it was rained up in the morning and most people did not show up. But the turn-up is improving, and I can see we have that quorum that we needed to have. My name's Alhaji Jafar Abdallah Farjalla. I'm the National Chairperson of Uganda Clearing Industry. And I'm pleased to say that today we have got invited guests. We were supposed to have Honorable Matia Kasaija, the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development. However, we have some complication because you very well know nominations are taking place and campaigns have kicked off. We were also supposed to have a patron with us today, but he is really well represented by Councillor Ezra. He also picked his nomination papers today, so you can imagine. The CG is on his way, but that's why I thought we were a little bit late in kickstarting the afternoon program. But we are glad to have our trustee with us today, Mr. JB. And most importantly, allow me to introduce to you our invited guests from Centenary Bank who have come here to make a presentation and forge a collaboration with us in relation to the bonds and any other issues to do financial. Martin, please. Martin is the representative of the gentleman, the MD, the ED. On the same desk, we have got the CEO Capital Pay, Mr. Garang Malek. Garang Malek is a seasoned businessman, financial guru, IT of things, and he's somebody we have met as the board, some of us who have had the chance, and he's the man who comes in with some very, very interesting package, and I would like to preempt what he has to say. Mr. Garang Malek, you are most welcome. With him is Mr. Darius Mobe, who is one of the directors of Capital Pay, but also the board chairperson of Kenya Post Authority, I think still. No, okay. Former chairperson, former board of directors, chair of board of directors, Kenya Post Authority, Mr. Darius Mobe. Please wave to the crowd. With us today also is our partner, our partner in crime, the DG Fukafu, Mr. Ekweo Charles. With us also is the board members. You can see the guys who have been doing the work, and I really salute you guys for being with us. The vice who he is, the Secretary General Lino, and the board members sitting on that table. You guys, I owe a lot, and the whole fraternity owes you a lot. Thank you very much for coming. Please stand up for recognition. Now, we have also, remember, Ucifa has got branches all over this country. And today, I am very glad to see that most today, branch chairperson Alex is here, the branch chairperson Nakawa Justin, we have Katika from Pond, Majimane from Jinja, and we also have the branch chairperson of Katuna, and also from Vura. You can see that all the branch chairpersons have come to please stand up and let people see that you are actually the real food soldiers who feed the secretariat. I forgot to mention, amongst us, much as we are clearing agents, we have a full reverend who officiated the prayer today. Lebu, we are very happy to have a clergy amongst us who is also a clearing agent, you can imagine. But also, I would like to thank all the directors. You are very important to us, and we appreciate your coming. The patron to stand up, Ezra, and greet our people, because we need to tell the patron that we really value him so much. Thank you very much. There are so many people I would have wished to mention by name, but we know that we have run a little bit late, so I will go straight to my short speech so that thereafter we can continue with today's program. Protocol observed. I am pleased to welcome you to our annual general meeting today, where we gather to discuss the financial sustainability and growth of our umbrella association. As we reflect on the past year, we can be proud of the progress we have made so far, but we also recognize the challenges that lie ahead. Our theme for today, financial sustainability and growth, empowering members, enhancing the logistics industry. The CG, you are around. He has taken his time off his busy schedule to be with us today. And every time he walked in, he said, I know these guys, these are my buddies. So, Abel, you are most welcome as our CG. And today, since I just got a call from the Honorable Minister, you should stand in as the guest of honor, sir. I shared an invitation with you, and the hybrid management information system of the EAC bond allows for both insurance and banking institutions to issue customs bond. We found it very necessary for us to align with the banks this time, as well as the insurance companies. They have expressed their interest to issue bonds, and we thought we needed to forge a way forward, and your coming here will grace and bless our occasion or our signing ceremony between us and Centenary Bank. Most importantly, CG, when you are the Commissioner of Customs, we had a very long talk, especially to do with issues of charges. You, before you left, you were in the process of trying to bring in place a standard rate because there was a very big outcry from traders. And you thought we needed to have a fee that is standardized for us to move forward. We didn't stop at that conversation, CG. We went ahead and pursued it. We have been searching for an appropriate partner for us to be able to actualize this. We remember in our meeting with you at Hotel Africana, we requested you to do a survey in Rwanda to find out how they have managed to do it and how they have managed to maintain standard rates. You promised you would support us on that, but we know that you have been very busy, and in the process we managed to get a very reputable company whom we intend to sign an agreement with to collaborate on the issuance of standard rates, and that is Capital Pay. And I'd like to introduce Garang Malek, the CEO of Capital Pay, who sits there, as well as, please Garang, And yes, thank you. Before you come, Garang, give me 1 minute. You can come. You know, he always has to say something. Please, briefly, before you do the presentation, just greet CG, and then I'll call you later on for the presentation.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner General, it's my great pleasure to be acquainted with you today. It's my first time attending this annual meeting, and we hope that our solution will improve the Uganda Revenue Authority. Our goal is to increase the collection. Our goal is to also improve the association, who are always depending on third parties to help them with capacity building, and ultimately to help the clearing agents of Uganda, and also to create jobs for the local people of Uganda. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Garang Malek. We will expect to see you again for a little more detailed presentation. CG, I am sure it is time for me to make my remark. And I will start from, I have just started, but I will start again. We again do not take for granted your coming, and we appreciate your being here as our guest of honor. CG, before I proceed, on your left, we have got a representative of Captain Mike Mukula, our patron, Council Ezra. Captain Mike Mukula did not make it as well because he picked his nomination papers today. You know what is happening all over the place. But also on your right hand is our patron who has joined us today. Our trustee, the only surviving trustee. We lost the rest of the trustees, and we hope to keep him for another longer time to come, I hope so. CG, here present today, I also have the board members sitting across who happen to be your buddies as well, the Vice Chairperson, the Secretary General, and the board members. And on this extreme right hand, we have got the branch chairpersons of all over Uganda: Entebbe, Nakawa, Mpondwe, Malaba, Katuna, Jinja, and Mtukula. Yes. Now, I think we remember the Mtukula case, CG, when you were the That having been said, I'll now make my remarks, CG, all protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to welcome you to our annual general meeting today, where we gather to discuss the financial sustainability and the growth of our umbrella association. As we reflect on the past year, we can be proud of the progress we've made, but we also recognize the challenges that lie ahead. Our theme for today, CG, is financial sustainability and growth, empowering members, enhancing the logistics industry. This theme is crucial to our association's success as we strive to provide value to our members while ensuring our financial stability. Over the years, CG, we've made significant strides in diversifying our revenue streams. We've expanded our membership since 2019 from 218 to 519 companies, including customs clearing and forwarding agencies, transporters, and warehouse operators. Ucifa now represents over 75% of all companies licensed by UCG. Through synergies and partnerships, we've generated revenue to operate the Secretariat while delivering tangible services to our members. Our relationships with key stakeholders have deepened, securing critical sponsorships and collaborations that advance our mission. Today, CG, I am honored to share a landmark development for Ucifa and its members. We have successfully established 2 strategic memoranda of understanding with Centenary Bank and Capital Pay. From our partnership with Centenary Bank, members will now benefit from affordable bank guarantees issued without the need for cash-backed or physical property collateral. Only counter guarantees, just like the insurance companies have done it, is what we expect to be operating on. This innovation offers a real solution to a long-standing financial burden in our sector. It will unlock financial flexibility, reduce operational risk, and allow our members to bid for and execute larger projects with confidence. More so, Centenary Bank has committed to strengthening our branch circles across the country. They provide financial literacy training, access to working capital, and capacity building, laying the groundwork for the long-term financial empowerment of our members and ensuring our circles are self-sustaining engines of growth. In parallel, CG, our MOU with Capital Pay introduces transformational technology, capital investment, and structured capacity building. This is not just a fintech partnership. It is a strategic alliance designed to standardize our industry, strengthen professionalism, and build financial independence for both Ucifa and its members. By enhancing viability, compliance, and operational stability, this collaboration also paves the way for increased tax compliance and domestic revenue collection. Working in harmony with Centenary Bank and Capital Pay will also support Ucifa in the future development of the residential cargo village, a secure, community-driven housing project aimed at improving the welfare of the members. This visionary initiative mirrors what other sectors have achieved, and I say with conviction, if Casita did manage to create something like this, so can we. We also intend to partner with URA and Capital Pay to finalize a long-awaited standard rate framework for our services. Years ago, we failed to implement such a system, but today we are reviving it with the full support of the Commissioner General. Sir, this framework will reduce unfair competition, formalize pricing structures, and promote a more stable and compliant logistics industry. As we work to the future, as we look to the future, Ucifa must not be known merely as an association that pushes for cargo release or attends meetings for visibility's sake only. We must be known as a leader in innovation, governance, and financial sustainability. The steps we have taken with Centenary Bank and Capital Pay set us on this path, Commissioner General Sir. Guest of honor CG, today marks a defining moment for our industry. The signing of these two MOUs will reshape the financial landscape for our members and set a new benchmark in public-private collaboration. Sir, we are deeply honored that you have accepted to witness and endorse this milestone, and we are forever honored, and we are very sure that after the signing of these MOUs, you will give us the full support that is required for us to be able to accomplish and achieve this. In conclusion, allow me to extend my heartfelt gratitude to you, our guest of honor, for gracing us with your presence, our patron, Captain Mike Mukula, for his steadfast support and guidance, the outgoing board members, branch chairpersons, and secretariat staff. The Director DG Fukafu for the solidarity through thick and thin, and above all, our esteemed members whose resilience, commitment, fuel Ucifa's purpose. As this is my final term as chairperson, I humbly ask for your understanding in areas where we may not have met your expectations. On behalf of the board, I thank you for your trust, and I believe firmly that Ucifa's brightest days lie ahead. I wish you all a productive and reflective and forward-looking elective AGM. Thank you very much.
Do I have to call an National Chairperson, kindly do us the representative of the CEO Centenary Bank for a brief presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Miwanda. I've been asked for a simple task, and I would wish that the CG and the high table move to that reserved table so that we can look at the presentations of both Centenary Bank and Capital Pay, excuse me. So we can see the products that we intend to move and we intend to work with for us to be able to advance our cause as Ucifa. Centenary Bank, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Chairman, National Executive Committee, Alhaj Jaffa, and the team, I thank you for this opportunity. To our guest of honor, the Commissioner General, URA, the different leaders within the association, the different distinguished guests invited to this occasion, and all protocol observed. I'm honored to stand here before you this afternoon. My name is Martin Chiwalabye, the head of trade finance at Centenary Bank. Allow me extend apologies from our executive director, Mr. Joseph Balikudembe, who couldn't make it with us this afternoon because he is attending to other bank activities. To clear the air, he's not going to pick nomination forms or return forms. He's still on other official duties for the bank. Allow me to extend our warm greetings from the entire Centenary Bank fraternity. This afternoon, as Centenary Bank, we come before you as a strong partner that is looking forward to working with you to take this business to the next level. As Centenary Bank, we are privileged to be a strong brand in the financial sector of this market, where we command a very good number of customers, and I know many of us already have relationships with us, where cementing this partnership will be an easy task for all of us. We look to work with you beyond the core for which we've signed this partnership. Chairman Nick has hinted on some of those things that we are looking to do together with your association. We'd want to partner with you in all aspects of life. When I came in, I saw on the screens that as Ucifa you have a football club. I think you have a football club, right? Yes. It's our desire to invite you to the corporate league so that we can continue to bond even outside the office spaces. The chairman hinted on the social and environment aspect, which is also core to them as it is to us as the bank. Those are some of the other areas where we think we can work together. For example, to save our environment, we normally go out on campaigns to plant trees and also do other social corporate responsibilities in which we think we can work better with Ucifa to give back to our communities as well as to save our environment. Today marks a very memorable day as we're going to sign a partnership with Ucifa. And at this moment, I would like to thank the chairman, Mr. Jaffa, Alhaj Jaffa, for forging this collaboration with us at Centenary Bank. We've had prior meetings before to make sure that this collaboration comes to life. And he has negotiated a very good package for you as the association members, to which we're going to unveil this afternoon in what is in the CVP, and later on we shall witness the signing of a document to kick off the partnership. I believe by joining synergies, we shall be able to support each other to grow our businesses to the next level. I would want to thank you all for making time for this event and for giving me a chance to talk to you this afternoon. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My task as the head of trade finance was to take you through the presentation. So, Mr. MC, if you can allow me, or if it's the next item on the agenda.
Please do.
Okay, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll put on back my shoes. I realize that the shoes I'm putting on were a bit oversized. So I'm comfortable in this space of the technical work where I work freely and in a more efficient way. So at Centenary Bank, we've come up with a CVP which we think is good, not just for you, but for both of us as we do our business. To give you a background, I think it's on the earlier slide, yes, that one there. To give you a background, it came to our observation that the clearing and forwarding business segment, there was no clear focus from the banking sector regarding this segment. I think you agree with me on that. Different banks have designed different CVPs to speak to the different business segments, but with over my decades experience in banking, I've not seen one for the clearing and forwarding agents, one that is really compelling. So we stand here before you this afternoon to unveil to you our CVP from Centenary Bank that we think will be beneficial to you. This is something that we initially took through your chairman, and he gave it an okay. And my commitment is this is going to be a living CVP. What do I mean that? With room for improvement. Okay? Where you think we need to change, please let us know, and we can make this CVP better. It was our initiative at Centenary Bank to engage the East African Customs, East African Community Customs Secretariat to seek for an approval for banks to be allowed to complement the insurance companies in issuance of the customs bonds. We had a couple engagements from the bank through our association, UBA, which is the Uganda Bankers Association, to URA and to the Secretariat. Our request got a green light when the East African Customs Secretariat allowed for banks to enter into this space. So please, when you see banks coming on board, I'm here to inform you that it was an initiative of Centenary Bank. I think we deserve a hand. So, after studying the environment in which we are operating, the terms that we are getting from the insurance companies, we had to sit down and see how we can make it better for you. I'm here to talk to you about the Centenary Bank Customs Guarantee. We are not here to compete with the insurance companies. We are here to complement them. We are here to give you an alternative with a better option for you to make that choice. So what is it that you should expect with the centenary customs bond or guarantee? Our guarantee will be covering all risks. We know there are some restrictions when it comes to the insurance bond, so we are here to solve for that limitation in the insurance bonds that you currently operate with. Claims are paid on demand without any recourse on you as the clearing agent. Okay? Chairman already spoke to some of the partners we are working with. Afri-Zimbabwe. I know many of us must have heard about Afri-Zimbabwe. So in this CVP, we shall be working with partners like Afri-Zimbabwe, whose mandate is to promote intra-Africa trade. So we sat together and came up with a solution that will solve for your problem, where you have to submit these customs bonds and you require to give either collateral or pay high premiums for them. So this solution is to solve for that problem. How do you go about your business? Even when you don't have collateral, the centenary customs guarantee will be issued to you on an unsecured basis. We shall not require any additional requirements from you to be onboarded. I've already spoken to no security, no VAT charged on this site. What we have is excise duty, which is 15%. I think, again, it's less than the VAT that you pay, which is 18%. The stamp duty on the bank guarantee is a fixed amount of 100,000 UGX. It's not a percentage, it's not anything else. It's a fixed amount of 100,000 shillings per guarantee that we shall issue to you. So the next slide speaks to the process. How do you get this guarantee? The process will be automated end to end. You won't need to interface with the bank for you to get the guarantee. Here in this left-hand corner at the bottom, that's the starting point. It's as simple as a 7 stages process for you to get your guarantee. So when the time comes to renew your guarantee, you can experiment the process and see how swift it is. So we start by you receiving your license renewal, where you log into the portal to submit your application, which application you shall receive at Centenary Bank at step number 3. Then we shall proceed to prepare the guarantee or the bond at step number 4. At number 5, you get to pay the fees. All the fees will be displayed to you in a portal, so you know how much it will cost you to get that bond. At number 6, we shall release the bond to customs. At number 8, they will receive and acknowledge receipt of the instrument. Okay? And at point number 7, your guarantee is activated. So it's live for the next 365 days. It's as simple as that. You don't need to call anyone on the banking site. You don't need to look for anyone. It's as simple as that. No collateral, no anything. Okay. In this CVP again, we saw it important to throw a more light about this guarantee because it speaks to the core of your business as clearing and forwarding agents. So we try to draw a comparison between what you currently use versus what we are bringing to you as the centenary customs guarantee. For the guarantee, you pay as you use it. While on the other side, you know what happens? It's committed for the next 12 months. I've already mentioned to that. There's no collateral that will be required of you to access this guarantee from the bank. Transit guarantee as a service, that's what we're here to deliver to you. Yet on the other side, it's more of a contract. Maximum liability on our side is up to 1,000 USD. Okay? Yet on the other side, it can go as high as, you know, how it happens. It's unlimited. The approval process, like I mentioned, we work with a very strong partner who is mandated to promote intra-Africa trade. So they can accommodate all your requests. And likewise at Centenary Bank, we are ready to support you on the same. We don't have any underwriting conditions on our guarantee. Everything is in the platform. Okay? So the experience should be that swift. There's nothing like sign here, sign there, bring this, bring that. No. You log into the portal, submit your application, and we are good to go. Next slide, please. So through Chairman, we shall share a copy of this slide for those of you that would want to revise it and see more about this. The previous slide, please. Okay. When it comes to the charges, what should you expect with this bank guarantee? Just know the rates will be between 0.3 to a maximum of 1.3% on the guarantee that we shall issue to you. The stamp duty, I already mentioned to that, it's a flat fee of 100,000 for the bank guarantee, as opposed to the 18% of the premium that you pay. Sorry, as opposed to the 0.1% that you pay on the other side. Excise duty is 15% on the bank fees that we shall have taken. No minimum premiums on our side. Okay? I already mentioned it covers all risks. Next. Okay? So, in a brief, that was it about the guarantee, the customs guarantee, which we think is key for your business. But on top of the customs guarantee, as a bank, we have a lot, on shelf for you as the Ucifa members. This is strictly for the Ucifa members. Okay? Director General Kafu, maybe we can discuss on another day and we cook something for you. But what we are presenting today is for Ucifa members. Chair is telling me is part of the fraternity. So, Director General Kafu, you well sorted. Yes, you are welcome to the dinner. Yeah, so beside away from the guarantee, we have a couple of other services that we want to offer to you as the Ucifa members, okay? From the account management services that we normally offer for the normal savings accounts, the current accounts, the fixed accounts, all accounts, we provide all of those. A couple of working capital solutions. So we not only here to give you the customs guarantee, but where you start, maybe you need to clear taxes, okay? Maybe you have your other businesses that you need working capital for. We have a very good offer for you. On the side of trade finance, we have a couple of nice products that we put together for you. On the side of financial markets, I know in your business you cannot avoid working with foreign currency. So we're here to serve you on that. Switching from any currency to the other, from BKS to Kenyan shillings to USD to euros, mention it, we're here to serve you. Vehicle and asset finance, okay? if you need to put up your own fleet for your cargo or any equipment that you need to put up, you need to purchase, we're here to serve you. Okay? Group accounts, I've heard you have different branches. You might want to put up accounts for each branch. I know you have a circle. We have a very preparing circle proposition that you'll be able to benefit. Okay? Next. So here, these are some of the details for some of those products under what we've seen up. This is on the side of trade finance. So where you need any trade finance solutions, are you bidding for anything? Please walk into any of our branches. You can access our bid bonds up to 1 billion shillings unsecured. Okay? This is away from the customer's guarantee, but unsecured. All the other guarantees, we've listed them there. The pricing, we mentioned it for you. That will apply on all of those. Letters of credit, where you need to buy things from, anywhere across the globe. From China, from India, from Dubai, you come to us and we'll give you that. Next slide, please. I want to wind up in the next 5 minutes. Working capital solutions. This is what we have for you. Those are some of the products which we think can be useful for your business. Contract financing, if you have an invoice, you can bring that to the bank, we discount it and free up your working capital. Shipment financing, are you exporting or importing and you need financing for that, you can come to us and then we'll be able to give you that. Structured trade finance, it could be that need that requires a combination of more than one product. We can do that for you and give you the best solution that you need. Next slide, please. I already spoke about asset finance. Why is it important? Again, you don't need any collateral from you. Just do a 20% down payment. Come to the bank, we shall be at 80%. Then we can structure your repayments to fit within your cash flows. Okay? You pay over 2 years, you pay over 3 years, you pay over 4 years. Okay? As you use the assets that you have. Okay? Once again, I take this opportunity to thank you so much for listening to me.
I need to call upon Capital Pay to do the presentation.
Commissioner General, once again, it's my pleasure to be here today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's also my great pleasure to have this opportunity to present to you our solution to better the lives of the clearing agent industry here in South Sudan. Just to give you a bit of a background of Capital Pay International, we are a financial technology company that was started in the Republic of South Sudan, and we're focused on the world and we're nurtured in Africa. This is always our slogan. So we're here next door where we were born. Our motive for today's presentation is to basically provide growth for the Ugandan clearing agent industry for financial sustainability. Currently, we see challenges that is affecting the Uganda Revenue Authority, as well as the clearing agents and the associations. The first challenge that we see that the Ugandan Revenue Authority is facing is the fact that there's a lot of revenue leakages. The Uganda Revenue Authority is able to determine the true value of goods that are being imported, as well as people that are smuggling goods into the country and selling it tax-free. The other challenge that we see is the challenge from the shippers themselves. They are constantly engaging with the clearing agents to know the whereabouts of their consignments, negotiating, and it's a bit frustrating for them. The other challenge that we've seen is for the association themselves. The association have no money. They're constantly going to the government asking for support, going to the likes of Afrexim Bank for capacity building, and our goal today is to also help them to be independent, and we would love to liberate them on that front. We've also noticed that there's monopoly happening with the shippers. Even the shippers themselves that are importing goods end up clearing their own goods, eliminating the clearing agents from the ecosystem. So the platform that we want to establish, which is going to be presented in depth by Mr. Darius Moby, is to help address all these challenges that are currently being faced in Uganda. We are not coming here to present to you a solution and try it for the first time. It's a use case that we have already done, and we would like to implement it here. And we've implemented next door here in the Republic of South Sudan. For your information, according to the statistics, the South Sudan Clearing Agents Association are actually the richest association in Africa, not in East Africa, in Africa. South Sudan only has 200 imports and exports per day, which is very low compared to Uganda, who has 2,000, compared to Kenya that has 6,000, compared to Tanzania that has 4,000 declarations per day. Kenya Association, they're making $180,000 a year. South Sudan is making $40 million within the last 24 months. So you can imagine the comparison with the introduction of our solution. So the system, of course, is going to be a system that is used by everybody. As I mentioned, the clearing agents, the owners of the consignment are able to log into the system and monitor the location of their goods in real time. Is it a tax calculation? Is it in the storage facility? Is it reaching my doorstep on Tuesday? These are information that we'll be able to provide to the association as we implement this system. The system has a unique tool that will be very nice for the Uganda Revenue Authority to understand, and that tool is the price verification module that determines the true value of goods that are being imported. The system is also a unique system that helps the clearing agent establish a minimum rate. A minimum rate is something that we will intend to apply. Not only do we implement the minimum rate, but we will also secure the fees of the clearing agents. The capital pay solution enables you as the user of the system to control your money, to pay yourself in real time at the comfort of your own home, your office, or wherever that you may be during the day that you're operating. It's a tool for now, the association to now generate money to help with capacity building. With this solution, the association will become independent to establish facilities that are there for capacity building for clearing agents, and even establish a club or even a building for the association where only accredited licensed members are only accessing this facility to help enhance their capacity. As I mentioned, there's a lot of unlicensed agents or brokers in the middle that are handling goods, taking your jobs away. So this tool eliminates these middlemen, creating more jobs for you as the Ugandan clearing agents. So, as I mentioned, it eliminates a lot of revenue leakages. It will help the government increase taxes. All these fees that the clearing agents are going to be charging are subject to value-added taxes. Now, as a company who is clearing goods, the revenue authority is able to be in the know of all your transactions, meaning that you will now tax the right taxes that is due to you because you know the transactions that are happening. We are in partnership with all the largest banks in East Africa. We're known to Kenya Commercial Bank, we're known to Stanbic Bank, which is the largest bank here in Uganda, Visa and MasterCard, and even our bank from Uganda who just presented it here today. We will be partnering with them. So Capital Pay is not a financial institution that's going to be monopolizing the payment sector. We work with everybody, all the banks in the country, including MTN Mobile Money, who will be integrating with us in order for the minimum fee to be established. The beautiful thing about this system, and I'm happy to announce that it's going to be 100% financed by Capital Pay. We don't require any funding from the association. We don't require any funding from the government. We do 100% financing as part of our business model, and Mr. Mobi will explain everything. And most importantly, data security, where we will host the data locally with government data centers in order to ensure that your data is not compromised and it doesn't land in the hands of people that may be having ill intentions. So with these very few remarks, I look forward to working with the clearing agents, the Uganda Revenue Authority, and we hope that we can build a sustainable future for all the stakeholders with this solution. Thank you very much.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Darius Mobe. I'm an executive board member of Capital Pay, and it's my pleasure to make a presentation to yourselves regarding the Capital Pay system. And our group CEO has spoken about what we would like to offer. I would like to expound on that, and hopefully at the conclusion of it, you would have seen the value proposition that we are presenting to Ucifa and its esteemed members. As the CEO mentioned, Capital Pay is an African company. We have a presence at the moment in 15 countries in Africa, in Asia, and in Europe. Our company headquarters is in the United Kingdom, at the Financial District in London, at the Canary Wharf. That's where our headquarters is situated and located. What then do we do? We are a systems development company. We build technology solutions that help solve certain challenges either in the private sector or in the government. And in this particular case, we are partnering with all of you who are members of the private sector to be able to build a system that is in line with the theme that the chairman spoke about, which is the theme of this particular AGM, which is focusing on financial sustainability and the growth of Ucifa and its membership. So in line with that, what is our expertise? Our area of expertise is to digitize businesses and to be able to offer solutions that bring on board technology to the business practices that you are already engaged in. And we offer to the private sector specifically electronic document management systems. We do digital payments and settlements. That's a very big part of what we offer and our product offering. We also work with governments to offer border management systems, which is the generation of electronic visa. And we're doing this in the Republic of South Sudan, we're doing this in Sierra Leone and other countries on the continent. As an institution, and focusing specifically on what product offering we have for the Ucifa membership, we want, one, as our CEO explained, to offer you a solution that gives you a guaranteed minimum earning on a month-to-month basis. That's number one. Number two, we want to digitize your document processing and enhance the systems that you're currently using to process your documentation for your clients and be able to make the work much easier for yourself. And our target is to digitize the members of Ucifa to a point where you can be able to offer services to your clients from the comfort of your office and be able to deliver on what is required of you. Next slide. So then, what I the impediments that are plaguing the freight forwarding and customs clearance industry. We have manual processes, we have delays in custom clearance, and we've got inconsistent oversight. I'm going to speak about that in a short while. And of course, we've got high potential for fraud and revenue leakages. So even if we focus in inconsistent oversight, I've not touched anything.
Just a minute, sorry.
Can you hear me now? Okay. We want to empower Ucifa to do what we call self-regulation, so that then Ucifa, in supporting the Uganda Revenue Authority, can be able to self-regulate and ensure that only its members who are vetted and are in good standing are participating in the business. How then do we intend to achieve that? We intend to achieve that by working very closely with Ucifa to create a database for all its members, and then we will be able to have Ucifa issue each of its membership with a single-use certificate every time they want to clear some goods. And this is about to self-regulate and ensure that it weeds out members who may be rogue or who may have messed up with clients. Then Ucifa is having the control of weeding them out. And also, as our group CEO spoke about earlier, to be able to ensure that people who are not licensed practitioners in your industry are also weeded out. Then, for the government, for the Uganda Revenue Authority, there is high potential of fraud when the industry is not regulated. Through our system, we will be able to offer a price verification module, and this particular price verification module will then enable the government to realize the revenues which are attributed to them. I think the microphone doesn't like me. So, for the government and to the Commissioner General who is here with us today, the implementation of the capital pay system is going to put more revenues into the government coffers through our price verification module. That's number one, but also ensuring that any good that enters into the Republic of Uganda is tracked and is accounted for, and thus it seals revenue leakages. This is our value proposition to the members of Ucifa. The first one is we want to establish a secure digital accreditation and payment ecosystem, which I've spoken about. The second pillar of our value proposition is to seamlessly integrate the Ucifa registry with the URA custom system using secure API technology. The third pillar is to require all clearing and forwarding fees to be processed through the capital pay digital system. And you may wonder why. The reason why we are doing that is to put money in your hands. Every time you process your fees, we'll create a wallet for yourselves. The money goes into the wallet in real time, and you are also able to withdraw the money in real time. So as soon as you process your fees and the money is in the wallet, you will have accessibility to the money. Our CEO explained that we are going to integrate with all the major banks in Uganda, and as a result of that, you will be able to push money into your respective bank accounts. The fourth pillar is to foster accountability and traceability throughout the clearing process, and I've spoken to that once all the agents are registered, once all the documentation for processing the goods are processed through the system, then there is visibility to to the government and also to yourselves as members of Ucifa. And the last pillar is to enable real-time verification of agent credentials to ensure only accredited agents who are in good standing and able to operate. And as a result of that, as I explained earlier, we are able to weed out the rogue agents. What are our objectives as Capital Pay as we seek to deploy this system? We want to promote seamless digital transactions with full audit trails. So for instance, when as an agent you are called to account, you can be able to go onto the system, log into the system, and be able to go back and check all your transactions and be able to access your audit trail. What else are we offering? Through the fees that will be collected through the system, a portion of it will go to Ucifa as an organization to help in capacity building. Could I have a better mic, please?
Pardon us, we don't know what is happening with them. Kindly.
Maybe I'll change my position. I hope this works now. So, from the fees that will be collected, a portion of it will be assigned and allocated to Ucifa, and that will be used for capacity building of the members. Our goal, aim, and target as we work with yourselves is to try and raise sufficient funds that you can be able to build your own headquarters. And as you do that, you will have training facilities that will enable Ucifa to be able to train its members on best practices in the industry and be able to empower them so that they are able to serve their clients in a better way. The other objective that we have is to eliminate fraud and leakages and increase tax collection for the government, and I've spoken to that. What are the key challenges that face the logistics industry in Africa?
I'll put them here so that you interchangeably use.
So it looks like you're going to be playing this game. Every time I lose it, you bring a new one. Thank you, Tom. The key challenges that face the logistics industry on the continent. One is data sharing, because we have low trust amongst key stakeholders in the industry. Then we also have weak legal and technological frameworks that support that are supposed to support the digitization of the industry, but because of these weak legal frameworks, then that has not been able to happen. Many systems of the continent remain manual or are poorly digitized. Change resistance and lack of investment, and I hope we are not going to face this with the members of Ucifa as we seek to drive you towards digitization. I hope we'll have your full cooperation, and we assure you that as we go on that drive, we are going to deploy sufficient resources to support you as we transition from manual processes into digitization. Then, as we do that, we will eliminate high error rates, inefficiencies, and also reduce fraud. Then, as we work and digitize yourselves in this sector, we are going to integrate with different systems. For instance, at the onset, we are going to integrate with the customs system, and we are going to integrate with many other systems, including the systems that support the banking industry, so that then they enable you to have real-time accessibility to your fees. Then the other thing is we are going to focus on security, and we are going to use blockchain technology to ensure that your data is secure and safe. And as Capital Pay, we work with the top global ICT security institutions to ensure that we put in place sufficient security protocols to protect not only your data, but also the data of your clients. We are going to ensure that as we come in as your partners, we work together to ensure that you comply with world standards and what is required of you as industry practitioners. As we work together, we are also going to assist in lobbying the government to be able to close policy gaps that may exist in the industry, and also be able to assist in lobbying for policies that then favor yourselves. Because when you come together and when you help the URA realize much more revenue, then you have a voice. And that voice then can be used to influence policy and push the government in the direction of that formulates policy that favors you. For example, we've seen an overarch of shipping companies where they want to come on land and be able to participate in your business. Once we come together, then this is something that the government can be lobbied to put in place policy to stop them, so that then they don't encroach into your business space. And next slide, please. These are the key features of our proposed system. We are going to deploy a system that will be able to generate a single-use accreditation certificate, which then every time you want to serve your clients, you will have that certificate, you upload it, and with our integration with the custom system, then you are able to be granted entry and you'll be able to go in and serve your clients. The other thing that we're going to do is have an API integration with the URA so that it can be able to verify the Ucifa registry and be able to Where did my friend go? Sorry, you have to keep on switching.
Just realized it keeps switching itself.
Oh, okay. Okay, we've discovered what the problem is. It keeps switching itself off, so now I know what to do when it goes off. Thank you, sir. So, as I spoke about the API integration with the URA system, and also with the banking system to enable you to receive real-time revenue every time you serve your clients. Then we are providing you with a digital payment platform which is secure, it's got traceability of all the transactions that you perform, and it also eliminates paper trails and having to do manual paperwork. Then, with the fees that are going to be charged on the system, you will have a module that will ensure that part of the fees that are charged, you get a reimbursement of those particular fees. And earlier on, I spoke about a revenue assurance for yourselves on a month-to-month basis. And this is something the chairman and his people will be able to cascade downwards on how that is going to work. So, from every fee that is going to be charged, you will have a reimbursement of the fees. I use this one. Okay, we hope this is a better one. So you'll have a reimbursement of the fees, and that grants you a revenue assurance on a month-to-month basis. And lastly, as I explained, we'll have capacity building trainings that are supported by the small fee that will be attributed to the association, which then will help the association be able to train you and build your capacity, which could be either training here in country or traveling overseas to be able to benchmark with the best practices. So then, as we have engaged your board and members who manage your institution, and today marks the culmination where we are going to enter into a memorandum of understanding, as the chairman indicated, which then leads to deployment of the system. And these steps are the ones that we're going to follow as we implement. We are going to have Ucifa give us the database of its members, and then we will check data integrity if it is a company to ensure that it is duly registered in the Republic of Uganda, and so on and so forth. Then after that, we will create a database in the system, and we will issue each member with a unique certificate, a unique number which they'll be able to use to generate a single-use certificate. Then we will have API integration between the capital pay system, the URA custom system, and any other applicable system that we will require to integrate with. Then we will move to the pilot phase, whereby we will select, with the assistance of the membership and the chair, select members, and we will test the system with them. Then we will gather feedback on areas that may be weak and we need to improve, or areas that we need to customize so that we localize the system that we have deployed. Then after that pilot phase, then we will go live and have a full rollout of the system. And hopefully, with the guidance of the esteemed chair, we will be able to set up timelines that are realistic and also that enable us to achieve this as soon as possible. What are the expected benefits? For the Uganda Revenue Authority, our CG who's here, you're going to realize more revenue through accurate transaction reporting, and we're going to assist you in reducing revenue leakages. And this we do for country, because we are all patriotic citizens of our wonderful country. For Ucifa, they will have real-time oversight of their members so that they are able to weed out any wrong members, any wrong individuals that may want to participate in the industry, and ensure only bona fide members are able to participate in the conduct of business. Then they will be able to improve on professional standards and of course review malpractices. And increasing professional standards is through, as I said, regular trainings, and reducing malpractices is through weeding out the wrong individuals who are not bona fide members. For the clearing agents, which is yourselves, what are the benefits that you get? We're going to digitize you so that you are able to offer faster clearance, to receive faster clearance approvals, and also we are going to accredit you professionally through your institution. Then you're going to have access to a transparent and secure platform. And as I said earlier, you're going to have revenue assurance, which your honorable chair here will be able to explain to you as he cascades this downwards. For the business community, it's fewer delays and more predictable logistics environment, because they will be able through the platform to track the movement of their cargo and their consignments from when they depart from the destination of origin to when they get to the port of Mombasa, as they move along the road, all the way to when they get to them. And they will be able to predict and have better business planning so that then they use technology to plan better for their businesses. Who are our key stakeholders? We have yourselves, Ucifa and its membership. We have Capital Pay, which is providing you with a digital platform which has been tried, proven and tested. We have the Uganda Revenue Authority, which oversees customs clearance. We've got the importers and exporters who are going to benefit from the increased efficiency. And that brings me to the end of my presentation. I thank you for your attention despite the glitches. I hope I did it justice. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again. for that wonderful presentation. Our dear membership, I believe some of this information is too much to grasp at a one go. The Secretariat is going to endeavor to avail all the necessary information regarding this newborn creature, the aspect that we are trying to embrace today, and the memorandum of understanding that is going to be associated. And if at all you have any questions or reservations about the functionality, the benefits you're getting, all this information will be availed at the Secretariat. Thank you. Alhaji Jaffa, kindly again, I invite you to the floor once to take our invited dignitaries back upstairs.
Thank you very much, Legal Counsel. CG and our trustee and the representative of the patron, we thank you very much for accepting to shift your positions to accommodate us in our presentation of our dear esteemed partners. We therefore request you to take up your rightful seats so that we can proceed with the program. But before we proceed, CG, I would like to recognize one of our legal counsels, Counsel Jambo Rwalinda, who has joined us today, and that is the man and the reason why the clearing industry does not pay trading license anymore. Thank you for joining in, Rwalinda. And indeed, you are one of our heroes. You made us win the case against the Attorney General, and today we only operate because of the license from the Commissioner of Customs. We really appreciate your presence and gracing us with your presence today. Next on the agenda, I would like to call the trustee who should give us a brief remark, and then call upon the representative of the patron, who will say also a few remarks, and then we'll be guided by the legal counsel moving forward. Thank you very much.
Is it good afternoon? I think so. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's JB, as they used to call me, but I'm called John Bosco Ahimbisiwe Kamwesije. I am the trustee for Ucifa, the living trustee, you know. We've lost two. I've refused to die. Sure, yes, I have. We can stand up for a moment of recognition of our former trustee who passed. One minute of recognition. Thank you. You can take your seats. And my kind request is I want to address the Commissioner General. CG, thank you for being part of us. We love your endeavor, your efforts to make sure that you appear whenever we need you on our occasions. Yes, you have been good, but you can be better. I would like to request one thing, and one only. You see, this licensing procedure is a headache. 1 year is a short period. You know, as you enter, get the license in Jan, and then, you know, Mr. Commissioner General, these agents are requesting, can the license be a 3-year term? I think I wouldn't like to add more to antagonize my request, but at this juncture, I wish to welcome you, our patron, to come and say a few words.
Afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All protocol observed. My name is Ezra Mugabi. I am an advocate by profession. I am the head legal of Mukula Group of Companies, my other capacity, I am a partner at Alba Advocates. I am here in the representative capacity of the patron of Ucifa, Captain Mike. He is unable to attend today, this AGM. He sends his sincere apologies, but he is with us in spirit. He sends me to say he blesses all the deliberations for today's AGM and trusts that Ucifa is steadily growing and is being led in the right direction. One of the phenomenons that highlight modern times and which is tremendously shaping the current economies is the phenomenon called umbrella associations. I am impressed, in just the 15 minutes I sat here, I am impressed by what you people have been able to achieve and the benefits that the umbrella association brings to the members. I just discussed with the trustee that he left it exactly where I wanted it. The biggest benefit of an umbrella association is their negotiation power. As an individual, as a lawyer who helps in contract negotiation, it is extremely hard for an individual to, for example, negotiate a policy change. What the trustee was talking about in licensing, which I very much know is very, very tedious, every 12 months to renew your license as a clearing agent. You can only achieve that change in policy when you are part of such a powerful umbrella association. I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to the board, first of all the trustee, the board, and the chairman, Jaffa, for steering this ship very well. And I encourage your other colleague companies that are not part of this association, you may extend this message to them to join, because you see the benefit that it is already bringing. You also look at the strategic partnerships that are being made up. I'd like to thank the presentation from both Centenary Bank and Capital Pay. These are the contributions that an umbrella association brings. With those few remarks, I'd like to extend the patrons' sincere appreciation and regards to all the individual members of Ucifa. He wishes to say that please continue the bondage, please continue contributing to the economy in that regard. And I wish you all the best of luck in the next phase of the AGM. May God bless you all. Good luck. At this juncture, I'd like to...
Sorry, I've been advised that we fast track other issues.
Through the...
We thank you, and our honorable trustee, please, you can get back to your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, on the program you had, we had the signing of the MOU between Ucifa and Centenary Bank. I invite
FOCAF also has their
representative.
FOCAF as well.
I've been advised, yes, there's an MOU to sign between Ucifa, FOCAF, and Centenary Bank. We are going to proceed with this MOU signing. The documentations have been readied. Our honorable chief guest will witness the occasion. I invite my assistant. Can we have an interlude in the meantime, as this aspect is handled? Okay, let us have an interlude. Immediately after signing the MOU between Ucifa, FUCAF, and Centenary Bank, we'll proceed to have the signing of the MOU between Ucifa, FUCAF, and Capital Pay. To our dear membership, this signifies a new trend, and we're most grateful for our outgoing board, sustainability, personal growth, IT development,
very instrumental and very pivotal in our achieving the next steps. His witnessing of these MOU agreements, as well as the MOU with Centenary Bank, is such a win for this industry. Before I call the CG, I would like to recognize the presence of a very seasoned consultant, Mr. Sam Watasa, who actually is the one who parametered these agreements to suit the Ucifa interest, as well as the interest of our colleagues in Capital Pay. Mr. Watasa, you are very welcome. Without you, my brother, I don't know, those people that have been and the Sam Watasa, not only that, has done a lot of pro bono for us. I don't even know how Ucifa will pay the time. Thank you very much, Sam Watasa, for pressing on.
The patron, Captain Mike Mukula represented, the board members, and the branch members present, the partners who have come to join in, Centenary Bank, and all those who have been invited. I am happy to be here. My name is Abel Kagumire. My substantive title is Commissioner, Executive Operations. But this week I've been acting Commissioner General at Uganda Revenue Authority. And I am here to deliver two speeches which have been written, one from the Commissioner General and another one from the Ministry of Finance. Those ones, I read them verbatim. But allow me, because I have been a former Commissioner of Customs and I've been working with you, to make one or two remarks on my behalf as your former OP. I have worked with the Uganda Revenue Authority for now 22 years. And Ucifa, the only person I remember, the oldest, was the late Kasim. And the late Kasim, the first thing I did when I had joined URA in 2002, he taught me how to verify cows. And they had cows, and they called me at midnight to clear them, and he was saying, do you expect me, do I have grass at good shade? You have to come and clear these cows. I've never forgotten that man. May his soul rest in peace. So I learned clearance of cows, and I got challenges with the Minister of Agriculture later because he did not have documents from Minister of Agriculture. But at least from that I learned a lesson. I want to really thank you for supporting me when I was Commissioner Customs. I had a lot of trouble of where I should pay allegiance. You have Ucifa, you have UFA, you have FUCAF. Then you had another one coming up called Umbrella. You can imagine how a Commissioner Customs had a lot of trouble making sure that you manage. But I thank God that you are there with me and you supported me. I also want to say that even when I left Customs and went to the executive office now, and I'm supporting the Commissioner General, I'm still with Uganda Revenue Authority. Now that means those calls which used to come every minute, every 10 minutes, 20 minutes, they can continue. That's when I get to know that I was dealing with friends, not workmates. So the few that I'm receiving now, that's what I get to know. Out of over 1,500 clearing and forwarding agents, these 10 or 2 who call me a daily were the real friends. And please, can you add on the 10? Because I'm still in URA. That means when I leave URA, I might not receive even the 10. So how I pray that the time I've spent 22 years is a big family. Those I wronged, please, you can call and say, we ask for forgiveness and we work together. But that is work. But we need to keep this bond. We need to meet each other and support each other, even outside the workplace. Now, after saying that, allow me start with a speech from the Commissioner General. I have not even opened it. First of all, he wanted to be here, but he has been just called somewhere. And I came with a team from his office who support him directly. Jackson, where you can stand, and the lady called Queen. Yes, they're the ones who have just delivered this speech to me. So allow me read it the way it is. That means even if I'm acting Commissioner General, I did not write this speech. It was already existing from the time you invited him for this function. So thank you so much for allowing me. Allow me read it the way it is. I think it's very important for him as well. The speech by the Commissioner General at Uganda Clearing Industry Forwarding Association annual general meeting, and is acknowledging the President and the members of Ucifa and the distinguished guests and the ladies and gentlemen, and is saying good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is both an honor and a privilege to join you today at this annual general meeting of Ucifa. I thank the leadership of Ucifa for extending this invitation to the Uganda Revenue Authority and for the continued partnership that we deeply value and respect. I would like to humbly convey my sincere apologies for not being with you in person today due to an urgent national assignment that demanded my presence elsewhere. I'm unable to attend this important gathering physically. However, I felt it was essential that my message reaches you directly, and I have entrusted the Acting Commissioner General to deliver it on my behalf. So I am here to deliver it on his behalf. Ucifa stands at the heart of Uganda's trade ecosystem, serving as the critical link between importers, exporters, and the border management institutions. You are not just clearing agents. You are facilitators of commerce, enablers of regional integration, and contribution to national revenue. Your commitment and resilience are seen every day in the ports, at the borders, in warehouses, and through your responsiveness to evolving trade policies. The theme you have chosen today, self-sustainability and business growth, is both timely and crucial. Uganda's Vision 2040 and the Parish Development Model reminds us that inclusive growth must begin with empowering industries to stand on their own feet, grow their capacity, and serve both local and regional markets effectively. As Uganda Revenue Authority, we are committed to being not just regulators, but enablers. This is why we have taken deliberate steps to modernize our systems, reduce clearance times, and minimize unnecessary human interventions. I'm happy today you also digitalize Ucifa. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining that, Vanagon. The rollout of the Uganda Electronic Single Window, enhancements to the Ascuda World, the real-time cargo tracking system, and the increased deployment of authorized economic operator incentives are all designed to make you work smoother, faster, and more secure. However, the Commissioner General says, however, we also recognize the challenges that still exist. Number one, inconsistent classification of goods. Number two, misdeclaration issues. And number three, infrastructure limitations at some border points. And number four, gaps in compliance and professionalism. And when I see this, I am happy to see something: absolute tax compliance and zero tolerance to corruption. Thank you for coming up with that tagline. Thank you so much. The Commissioner just says, let me be clear. Let me be clear. Our objective is not just enforcement, but partnership. A sustainable clearing and forwarding industry thrives best when regulatory institutions and trade associations work together in transparency and accountability. To this end, we are open to structured engagement forums, capacity building partnerships, and joint problem-solving initiatives. Now, on the road to self-sustainability, I want to encourage the industry to, one, resolve the issue of container leaders. We have had numerous discussions about this, and I would like it resolved early this financial year to ensure a seamless flow of business. I think most people, the traders, call it group cargo. That's what has been in papers, but he has container leaders. I think that's how it starts. Number two, finalize the standardization and publication of clearance charges across the entire ecosystem so that the importation business becomes more transparent and trustworthy. I think there is something you are signing.
That is what we are signing.
Wow. Wow. Thank you for listening to my boss. Number three, strengthen internal integrity systems because trust is the currency of long-term growth. As URA, we will not tolerate any form of corruption, whether from within our institution or from clearing firms. Again, it ties into what you have put there. absolute tax compliance, and zero tolerance to corruption. Number 4, invest in continuous training and upskilling to ensure that every clearing agent remains compliant and competitive. And number 5, collaborate across the region so that you can scale up operations and offer seamless solutions to East African traders. Now at this point, I want to inform you now, not CG, that a meeting is going on right now. I think it ended at 5 on the EAC bond, and the Secretary General of the EAC was here, and they were going through piloting modalities and the guidelines for piloting. The piloting is going to be effective 1st of August. So when I see you partnering with Centenary Bank and insurance companies, you are really in the right direction for what is going to happen as you collaborate with the other East African countries. Ladies and gentlemen, the clearing and forwarding sector is not just a service. It is a strategic industry that can transform Uganda's position in regional and international trade. Let us make it resilient, efficient, and sustainable. As URA, we remain your partner in progress. Together we can build an ecosystem where compliance is rewarded, integrity is upheld, and business thrives. Finally, I am deeply proud of you for making us all proud as an institution. This financial year, which has ended 24-25, we were able to surpass our revenue target by over Uganda shillings 160 billion. Wow. And year after year, Uganda Revenue Authority continues to grow. In 2019-2020, we collected Uganda shillings 16.75 trillion, with a growth of only Uganda shillings 130 billion. Now today we stand at over Uganda shilling 31.5 trillion, with year-on-year growth exceeding Uganda shillings 4 trillion. Wow. That is serious growth. This remarkable progress over the 5 years shows our steady path towards national self-reliance. And he wants to thank you and is proud of you for making URA grow to these heights. The guiding word that is going to guide URA going forward is that God is going to give us a new name and a renewed identity that stands for excellence, integrity, and nation building. Let us honor this calling while pursuing our new target. There is a new target they have given us. I see him speaking to you like you are URA staff. So I think you are part of us. Because God is giving us a new name. Let me repeat, and a renewed identity that stands for excellence, integrity, and nation building. Let us honor this calling while pursuing our new target of Uganda shillings 37 trillion and raising our tax to GDP ratio with renewed purpose and determination together. I wish you a fruitful engagement and may God richly bless you. For God and my country, listen with joy. I also have another speech, allow me read it for purposes of this engagement from the Ministry of Finance. Honorable members of Ucifa, partners in trade facilitation, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, It is with great pride that I address this esteemed gathering, men and women who form the backbone of our nation's trade corridors. You are not just forwarding agents. You are enablers of commerce, stewards of compliance, and architects of Uganda's economic growth. Our theme today, financial sustainability and growth, empowering members, enhancing the logistics industry, speaks to a future we must build together. A future where the logistics industry isn't just surviving, but thriving, with empowered members, sustainable institutions, and digitally enabled systems that elevate Uganda's competitiveness. Your resilience, from border clearances to digital permits, customs advocacy to authorized economic operator, and ISO standardization is commendable. But true empowerment goes further. It means having the financial tools, institutional support, and strategic partnerships to transform possibility into progress. That is why today marks a landmark milestone. We celebrate the signing of two strategic memoranda of understanding, one between Ucifa and FUCAF. I'm actually happy for that one myself. And Centenary Bank, and another between Ucifa, FUCAF, and Capital Pay. These partnerships are not ceremonial, they are transformational. Through the Ucifa, FUCAF, Centenary Bank MOU, members will access financial solutions tailored to our sector's realities. At its heart is a bold innovation, the issuance of highly affordable bank guarantees offered at lower rates than traditional insurance bonds. And there is the breakthrough. These guarantees require no cash backing or property collateral, relying instead on counter guarantees. This unblocks working capital, reduces business risk, and empowers especially small and medium firms to scale with confidence. In parallel, the Ucifa FUCAF Capital Pay partnership brings in technology, investment, and capacity building. This memorandum of understanding is about more than transaction. It is about transformation. By introducing digital financial systems, Capital Pay is helping the industry build professional standardization and operational stability, paving the way towards greater independence, sustainable member financing, and increased tax compliance and collection. It's a modern solution to a structural challenge, and one that strengthens both the association and our national treasury. Together, these agreements represent a new blueprint for public-private sector collaboration. Government stands ready to support and replicate this model, one that empowers practitioners, formalizes operations, and delivers results for businesses and for Uganda. Let us now move forward, not with hesitation, but with conviction, because when Ucifa thrives, our trade thrives. And when logistics thrives, Uganda moves. I thank you. Thank you so much for your attention and for honoring us. And I want to really thank you for supporting revenue collection on my behalf. I know what it means when a clearing agent logs on, we wait and say, I wish he could assist. That's how important you are. Jaffa knows how we would call, and now we would call FUCAF and say, can you please pay in the bank? Thank you so much for supporting revenue collection. God bless you.
Let's go. just move. Let us handle this in tandem. We'll do the award ceremony.
That is what it has to be. Let us move.
Allow me, for purposes of saving time, we still be with you and usher us into this next occasion. We are having some awards that are going to be issued out to various persons, companies, entities that are with us.